There's another page, and it's so hard not to just read. This is the worst. I can't do it, though.
Apathetic Aplomb says, is this our universe's version of Andrew Ryan?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
A man chooses. Hat Weaver opens.
They are hands without equals, the hands of Simone Espinal. I searched for 15 years to find those hands. Those hands.
Man, you super didn't. You walked into a village and realized that you had an opportunity here.
He's gonna get there. Those hands create the finest hand-woven hats on planet Earth. Possibly the finest hats ever. Hats that are quite literally the stuff of legends. I'm not going to repeat his bullshit. Like, I'm going to get to new, fresh stuff. Just as fishermen swap stories about the biggest fish they ever caught, Panama hat aficionados swap stories about the finest Monte Cristi hats
Panama hats.
I've ever seen. Right, these are Panama hats, not fedoras.
Jimmy Buffett shit.
Yes. I bet you Jimmy Buffett has 3 or 4 of these.
No, there's a whole thing about Jimmy Buffett going on here. He has written an open letter to Jimmy Buffett on his site because he's pissed off that Jimmy Buffett won't wear his hat. Yeah, I'm serious. They've been talking about it in the chat.
Why haven't you linked that?
Because you were talking about the other thing.
That's the most important part.
Wait, I did find... Keith linked us to a $26,000 cannoli. I don't know if that counts as a cookie.
I saw that page.
There you go, Austin.
So I decided cannolis weren't cookies, but I did see it. I did consider... This is... Why doesn't Jimmy Buffett wear my Monte Cristi Panama hats? Seriously. Think of all of the people in the world you would expect to wear great Panama hats while styling neath the palms. Who are you going to put ahead of Jimmy Buffett? No one, right? But the man wears baseball caps. Baseball caps! I don't get it. It's not like he's on a tight budget or anything. Tell me, when you're busy having tropical fantasies of living the Jimmy Buffett Island lifestyle, are you wearing a baseball cap? No, of course not. No one dreams about wearing a baseball cap. That's so
no one
true.
dreams about the Jimmy Buffett lifestyle.
That's awesome.
Actually, my parents 100% do.
You mentioned that before.
100%.
That's so true that the Forbes Life magazine used the quote for the opening line on the nice article they wrote about me. Quote, no one daydreams about wearing a baseball cap, notes hat dealer Brent Black, but a Panama hat could star in any fantasy of tropical escape. Thanks, Forbes. Thanks. And who do we know who writes and
Thanks,
sings
Forbes.
about fantasies of tropical escape? Right. Buffett wrote the soundtrack for my daydreams. For about 15 years, as I moved from Cincinnati to San Francisco to Dallas, back to San Francisco, I was moving in time to Jimmy's songs. Boat Drinks was like a personal anthem. One particular my head. I gotta go where it's warm. Oh yeah. Good advice.
Oh, God.
I followed it. In 1987, I moved to Hawaii. Stopped moving. I finally got it right. Warm at last. Warm at last. Thank God Almighty, I am warm at last.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Christ.
I shouldn't admit how much of a fan I was/am.
Guy.
To a Buffett concert in the Berkeley Greek Theater a million years ago, I dressed the part. I wore a captain's cap, a blue and white horizontally striped cotton sailor sweater, white pants, and deck shoes. Yeah, really. As I was approaching the entrance gate, a car full of fans honking and yelling and waving as they drove by. There he is! There he is! I looked around to see where he was, and everyone was looking at me. Yeah. Inside, sitting in the stands before the show begins, wishing the gate guards hadn't confiscated the beers I had rolled into the sleeping bag we'd brought to use a blanket. Someone behind me tapped rather insistently on my shoulder.
Hey, bro.
There's
Nice.
some
Hey, bro.
people back there trying to get your attention. He was pointing back and up. I looked where he was pointing. As soon as I looked back, about 24 people jumped to their feet and shouted, "Hey, Jimmy!" while waving like, well, parrot heads. I waved back. I swear I'm not making this up. In Tahoe for a concert, I was waiting in line to pick up my tickets when I saw JB and Bodyguard walking through the casino on their way to the exit. I couldn't believe no one else in the line recognized him. They passed within 2 feet of us. I remembered the line. Quote, I don't want the fame that brings confusion where people recognize you on a plane. I decided not to say hello and start an autograph riot. Respect. Later, at the concert itself,
Respect.
Wait,
Rare
an autograph
attractive
riot
group
because
of
they
kids
thought
like-
he was Jimmy Buffett?
yes, Later at the concert,
This guy
a
is not
very-
only the most honest white man, but he treats celebrities like people.
He's a real. A very attractive groupie wannabe, I guess. 4 tables down in a little bars, kept and looking in my direction. I figured someone was missing from her party, and she was looking for him or her. She was very pretty, so she caught my attention every time she did it. At some point, I got. At some At some point, I got up to go to the men's room. Beer. She came too. Next thing I knew, her right breast was on my left elbow. Happy elbow.
What? What?
Yo,
I
bro,
almost wet my
He's getting
pants.
postmodernist.
She does that classic seduction move of putting your breast on the dude's elbow.
Also, I'm using happy elbow as a euphemism for boners forever.
Hashtag elbow. I almost wet my pants. What the... is that? What the hell? I'm no handsome. Women do not try to pick me up, unless it's to try to throw me through a window or out a door. I don't remember what I was wearing. I don't remember what I was wearing. A bunch of white... I think. She called me Jimmy and made some incredibly appealing suggestions. I decided my date would not find them equally appealing, so I was forced to decline. Damn. Maybe I should not have presumed to decide for my date. Maybe I should have asked her. I want to be clear. The story he's telling is, while at a Jimmy Buffett concert, sitting down to watch it, he's telling us that other people keep thinking he's Jimmy Buffett.
Right.
That's his story. Over and over again. Okay. Fun stuff.
Who
But
thinks...
we don't look alike. We're both short, curly hair, blue eyes, but that's about it. We're not exactly twins. Our bank accounts look nothing alike either. At the Waikiki Shell, he hit me with a guitar pick. I was in, I don't know, maybe the 4th row. I was standing up. Everyone was standing up. He was singing Fins. She came down from Cincinnati. Hey, I came down from Cincinnati. I thought I felt something hit my chest. I looked down, and there was a guitar pick at my feet with Jimmy Buffett printed on it. What are the odds? I've been to a jillion baseball games compared to a handful of Buffett concerts, but I've never even been close to anyone catching a foul ball. But Jimmy Buffett's guitar pick went home with me that night, still here. Seen to the side is a picture of a guitar pick that says Jimmy Buffett on it. So I'm just saying, I've supported his work for about 40 years now. I wore out records and replaced them. I bought entire sets of his body of work to give as gifts. Then the records were replaced by tapes, then CDs. I've bought at least one of everything, including Rancho Deluxe and High Cumberland Jubilee, and several... You'd have to agree, I've supported his work for 40 years. Would it kill him to buy a hat? Lots of celebrities wear my hat. People ask all the time, how many of your hats does Jimmy Buffett have? How many of your hats does Jimmy Buffett have? Well, none. Ripley's Museum is planning to exhibit an empty hat stand. If you agree with me, if you think Jimmy Buffett without at least one of my Monte Cristo Panama hats is like a tropical island without one beach, just doesn't make sense, then let him know. Yeah, I have no idea what that Ripley's thing was. I'm going to read that again until he said, well, none. Ripley's Museum is planning to exhibit an empty hat stand. I don't know what that means.
Ripley's, believe it or not. So an empty hat stand would be...
Yeah, believe it or not, he doesn't own any of my hats, is what that was saying. That's the worst.
Oh.
Send him an email. Send him a letter. Send one a day.
A to C, man.
Yeah.
It's not...
Notify the relevant blogs and political action groups. Call radio shows. Talk to people. Do what you must.
I'm voting for Obama until he gets Jimmy Buffett to buy a goddamn hat.
This is serious. Don't write to your congressman. That never does any good. People have been doing that for decades, and look where it's got us.
I should have tweeted the hashtag Hatgate, though.
Write to Jimmy. He's more likely to do the right thing than your congressman is.
I mean, he's probably not wrong there. Let's be real.
Ours is a beach roots movement. We will convince Jimmy Buffett that he needs to wear a fine Panama hat, because the universe will remain slightly out of balance until it does. The hokey pokey is not what it's all about. It's all about styling neath the palms.
So, like, that was the whole thing. Is like Jimmy Buffett needs to give me 25 grand. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you just
Maybe
know
Jimmy
as well.
Buffett thinks you're a gross colonialist fuck.
Do you guys think that's the thing at Jimmy Buffett concert? Girls just put their boobs on people's elbows.
Get that happy
What happens?
happy elbow.
If you like drinking pina coladas and putting tits on my arm. I know that's not Jimmy Buffett, but
It's
Close enough.
Also, as well, it's like you just know that if Jimmy Buffett bought a hat from him, it wouldn't be like, oh great, Jimmy Buffett bought a hat. It'd be like, oh hey Jimmy, yeah, we should hang out. Yeah, great. Let's hang out. We can talk about hats. Yeah, you like hats, huh? Yeah, I also like hats. Great, cool. I don't know if that's a thing that Jimmy Buffett's up for.
In this photo, Gabrielle is working on the brim edge of Simone's hat. Notice how Simone's hat glows as the light searches to find a way through it. So thin, so fine, so beautiful. When I hold a Simone hat, I never worry that if I drop the hat, it might fall to the floor. I worry that it might float away.
do you guys... How quickly do you think we'd get content tagged if we started playing boat drinks on this stream?
Pretty quick.
Wait, but I have a bunch of parody Jimmy Buffett songs I like to start.
There we
Starting
go.
with "Wasting Away Again" in Titty Elbowville.
Oh, man.
I found Simone because I kept asking the question, Weaver, weaver of the straw, who's the finest of them all?
No, you fucking didn't.
Answer kept coming back, Simone Espinal, he's the finest of them all. So I found Simone, the best weaver, my holy grail. If you're a golfer, maybe for you it would be like meeting Tiger Woods. If you are a rocker, maybe it would be Mick Jagger or Elvis. If you play chess, maybe Bobby Fischer. For me, it was meeting Simone Espinal, the reigning superstar of Montecristi hats. He's nice to me. He lets me hang with him.
He's nice to me. I just wanted a friend. That's really all this whole thing was about.
That is, yeah.
Wait, you mean this guy doesn't have a lot of friends?
When I first met Simone, he was not able to earn enough from weaving to support his family, so he also had to find some other kind of work in order to get by. I asked where he worked. A fishing boat. He worked on a fishing boat. A fishing boat. Those hands. Sharp
fishing
boat? Malfunctioning machinery. Sharp-billed fish. Nets and lines full of who knows what. All manner of ways to risk and ruin the most skilled hands on the planet. A fishing boat. Damn, Simone. Why not just juggle broken bottles, cats, and chainsaws? A fishing boat. It's like asking... I'm going to finish the sentence before I read it. I'm not going to finish that sentence. Do I want... How... This sentence really damns this dude, and I already hate this dude. Do we just want to go further?
Yeah. Now I have to know.
You're cool, Austin.
It's like asking your teenage daughter where she's going, and she answers that she's spending the evening with a pimp who sells crack. Okay, no risk there. Good call. This fucking...
Oh no!
This motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Suddenly I'm thinking that I won't buy a hat from this guy.
Yeah, I just put
like
my
I had my-
$25,000 back in my pocket.
Yeah.
I have my card details all ready to go.
This guy.
Oh, I was
needs
just
to
gonna
spend
stuff
some of his hat
$100 bills
money.
into my laptop CD slot.
In the
Guy
hope
needs to
that...
spend some of his hat money on like a video game system or something, because dude is
Jeez.
spending way too much time writing on this dumbass blog.
It's not his blog either. It's like...
Well,
This is
he on
professional website. Oh, probably, right?
he's very. I mean, he's obviously treating it like a blog.
Yes, you're right, Nick. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, the idea that this is the shit that's on his professional website where he expects people to go and drop 25 grand is amazing. We talked.
DVAC cut through the
Uh-huh.
deep metaphor there.
What did she say?
That's like asking your teenage daughter where she's going tonight. She's telling you she's gonna go hang out with a black man.
That is it. That's what he meant. We talked. Not an easy thing. My Spanish sucks. It's the verbs and the nouns. I asked him to
And the
weave me a
words,
hat.
and the letters, and the saying of them, and the everything.
He did. It was a slow, long-distance process, but we managed. It is a phenomenal hat. I parted with it reluctantly. It has a good home in the Pacific Northwest. Simone and I talked again. We had help. We talked about higher hat prices and no more fishing boat.
This
I
guy
asked him
has
to
jerked
weave-
off into every one of these hats.
I
I
asked
mean,
him
maybe not all of them, but a lot of them.
I asked him to weave his miracles for me. He agreed. I promised him that I would spread his name across the world. I promised him that someday I would sell one of his hats for $25,000. He smiled and nodded and decided I was out of my mind. Simone is the best. He was not wrong, is the thing. Simone is the best at what he does. His skill in artistry entitle him to a substantial portion of the market price of his creations. So that's what he receives. I'd like to know the actual price. I really would like to know what he's actually paying these people. Simone Espinal is a great artist. I am his gallery and his greatest admirer.
Yeah, this is basically like...
He's having sex with that man, right?
No, I don't
just with
think
the
so.
hat. Just with the hat.
Aw. Yeah, I think
He
he's
is
just
fucking
he's fucking
the
this
shit
man
out of those hats.
he's fucking this man out of fair pay. He's certainly exploiting this man's labor. There is a
Man.
oh man, there is.
This is like what you get if Wes Anderson got really, 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 really depressed.
Yes,
Jeez.
man. Okay, hey, someone do math for me. Can somebody do math for me? Someone
Yeah.
who's in Ecuador is what you said this was.
I believe so.
Can you look up? Can you look up what the average income is, or what the average income is in Ecuador?
GDP per capita is going to be easier.
That's fine. I'm going to give you the information that you need in a second, so you can tell me exactly how much Simone makes.
GDP per capita is $10,000.
So tell me what that means for like the average person. What's that? Does that mean?
That's an easy way to get to like an average
Okay.
income. It's not right, but that's their total production divided by their number of people.
Okay. How's Simone doing? Is the next page. State of the artist. Obviously, at this point, B Brent Black has noticed that people like me are probably like, "Yo, you're fucking this dude out of his well-being and out of his rightly earned money." And he says, "How's Simone doing? Better, both artistically and financially." No, I don't have any photos of Simone with his new SUV in front of his new McMansion, but he is most definitely a success story. Before we began to work together, he could not earn enough from weaving to support his family. He worked on a fishing boat. He, his wife, and their 3 children all lived with Simone's parents, lived in one room with a dirt floor. In an interview with World Vision Network, Simone said that he often didn't have enough. Now Simone is full-time. His dependable, guaranteed weaving income is in the top 30% of all incomes in his country. The cash price he now receives for each hat makes him the highest paid weaver in history. He also receives an artist's commission when one of his works of arts is purchased. So what is that art? It's like $7,000 a year?
No,
What is-
he's. Hold on, I'm working on it.
I guess this is the thing, is we don't know. Yeah. Do we not have
Hold on, income share held by.
I'm glad we have a resident economist here on stream, friends.
Wait, did Art actually study like econ stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my degree was in.
I'm not. Yeah. This is like the worst. I'm not going to finish reading this site.
So the top 20% controls 50% of the gets 50% of the income. So if their GDP
Is $10,000, then
the GDP per capita is 10 grand. The GDP
okay.
is in billions of dollars, right?
Sure.
Is 153 billion. So half of that
whoa.
is 75 billion. 75 billion plus 20% of 15 million people.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm close.
You've been.
I can't do this anymore.
It's
Did it
300
get even worse?
No, I just can't. I just can't go with him fucking with this person. I can't.
I mean, it's kind of an not entirely surprising arc that we
No,
that we,
no, it
that we
isn't.
went on, like, even from our end, from just like, hey, let's look at some
was
funny
the
expensive socks,
worst.
to like,
Right.
let's look at some funny expensive hats, to like, oh, holy shit, these people are actually terrible.
Right.
It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, I won.
No.
No,
So, like,
it's probably something like $25,000
total. So like one of
Annually.
his hats. So if he makes five $25,000 hats a year, this
He's
guy
getting
gets
20% of that, maybe.
20% of that.
That's a very rough estimate based on some of the stats I used are very old.
Sure.
Wait,
The income distribution stats are from '98.
Right.
he gets 20% of the hats?
No. He's
So-
getting. We're estimating. Yeah. He gets just the brims.
It's that brim cash.
No, well, I mean, yeah. I meant Simone.
Yeah, my very rough estimate is he gets 20% of the price of the hat.
Right.
Considering he's doing 100% of the labor, that doesn't
100%.
sound great.
Let's say 90%. Like I'm not going to say that the dude who like makes the white American dude who makes connections up here to be able to sell 25% isn't doing any labor. Like that is absolutely he deserves some cut. Like I'm
Sure.
full communist.
Sure.
Absolutely, that is labor. So I'm not saying, but that dude should be this dude's assistant. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Especially if he's the greatest weaver the world has ever known. That's
Yeah,
another
there's kind
thing
of
that's
like
hard to put a
sort
dollar
of a
amount on.
specific kind of objectification going on
yeah,
with Simone
Yeah.
here as well, in which he's not actually a person; he's a pair of hands, designed to create these beautiful hats.
Right. He's playing with a lot of like the traditional like from this exotic place I traveled the world to find.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very like listen in America we use machines to make things, so I have to go
Yeah,
to this
absolutely.
backwards place where things are still the way they used to
He
be.
lived on a
And
fishing
that's
boat.
So fucked. Right. Exactly. Could you
Yeah,
imagine
the way he
being
harped
there?
on a fishing boat.
Right, like lots of people in Ecuador probably fish for a living and are like do their job well and can
Yo,
take some amount
yo,
of pride
lots
in
of people in America fish.
Right,
for
yeah,
like, lots of
absolutely.
people everywhere.
Yes.
Fishing
Yes.
is like there's
Oh.
nothing wrong with fishing for a living.
Oh, what
Like
an
fish.
ass.
Tasty.
Yeah, could we not?
Yeah, this
just
guy's
for
the
once
worst.
find a? Could we not just for once find a exploitative luxury goods seller that was a nice person? Oh, come on.
Well, this stream went places.
This is like a running thing. Like people
Yeah,
Don't
we
like-
might have ruined your judgment tray this week.
No. That's kind of why this thing exists. Is that because it gives us 2 hours just to fucking go. Because the games never hold up for 2 hours.
This one almost does.
I mean, this game is fun.
I don't know.
This is a good game. This is not like most
Yeah.
games that I play on the stream where I just want to like hang myself after
Right.
an hour.
that's true.
Do fishermen have
Or-
rough hands?
15
Like he's talking
minutes
about like
as
it's
the
like
case of
juggling
bad rats.
chainsaws. I'm like, I guess I don't know what kind of fishing we're talking about.
I mean, you gotta.
I mean,
you gotta,
yeah,
like you gotta cut up.
Anyone that
You gotta
does
tie up
manual
boats.
labor.
You gotta throw lures.
Like, yo, I bet he's got rough hands from weaving hats all fucking day, too. Like, I don't...
Yeah, but that's art.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Okay, Espinal says he pays him up to $7,000 per hat.
Up to.
Up to.
Which means that's the most he's ever paid him probably once.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Out of 25K, great.
Yep.
Right, that was probably out of 12. Like, does this
that's
guy
that-
have hats that don't cost $25,000?
Okay, from
Oh, yeah,
5
yeah.
except that, but Simone's sell for 25. That's the thing. He has Simone on those
Okay.
like super long-term hats that he's like, I'm going to sell yours at 25. These other people are the ones I think making the $5,000 to $20,000 ones. You know.
Gee, if you're gonna get a $20,000 hat, why wouldn't you just spring for the $25,000
just
one
pump
made
it up.
by Simone. Like, if
Pump
you're
up
gonna go
the
that
volume.
far, why not
Pump
go
up the
further?
jams.
Also, like, and it's just a hat, man. It's just a hat.
I'd like my $25,000 hat to come with a picture of Simone getting the check for his part of my hat. Just to, like, settle it for me.
Just giving a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Dre, what does that oily what does that oily ball do?
I don't know. It bounces?
It marks the spots, so he can't build on it next round.
Oh, cool. Oh,
I hate this man.
Have you found a picture of him yet?
I did. I'm gonna link him.
Oh yeah, link that, and I will put it on the
This-
stream.
This is from his website, where he posted this article that was written.
It was exactly what I thought it would be.
It was written in the Honolulu Star Bulletin, and it includes this exchange or this bit here.
Oh, he has a background in advertising.
Yeah, no.
That
How
also
surprised.
surprises me.
Where's the link for this dude, Austin?
It's in the chat. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So there's a section here where they're talking about how few people make these hats anymore. Only about 20 master weavers remain, according to Black. Many more turn out in perfect hats. The weavers know this and have learned to use what leverage they have to get rid of them. Which is not true, I'm sure. I'm sure Brent Black is trying to get rid of the other master weavers in the world so that he has a fucking
Monopoly.
a monopoly on these people, right? They may have 8 good hats and 2 bad ones, and they'll say to buy the 8 I have to buy the 2. And then, so she continues. The author of this piece says, whenever third world labor is involved in satiating the consuming desires of the West, there's a question of how much helping others equals helping oneself. At not quite clock. It's a fine balance, Black said. I don't like the notion, and I find myself guilty of wishing everything could stay the same and not modernize, but Ecuador is not my Disneyland. And sure enough, when they finished a nearby highway, half the population left. They went from 2,000 to 1,000 people. But there's no exploitation anywhere near this. It's a cottage industry. People do this work voluntarily. It's just one of the ways to make money in a country where there are few opportunities.
Yeah, one of those voluntary things you do to make money in a country with few opportunities.
Fuck off. The people are poor, but they're not in some kind of sweatshop where they have to put in 14 to 16 hours a day. They work when they want, and they do other things. The irony is that people who think my prices are high, think that they can go to Monte Cristi and get it cheaper. First of all, it costs a lot to get to Monte Cristi. About $1,500 coach from Honolulu if you work at finding the best fare. Then it's a 24-hour trip. And then they find it's still expensive, so they come home with a lower grade Cuenca hats, or Cuenca hats. And that's the end of the article. That's it. It ends on him saying, listen, it cost me a lot of money to go get these hats. He's an asshole. This guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
fuck this guy.
I can't
Sorry
get
that
TV.
I can't
sorry
get
that I-
statistics about this place though. It's annoying me.
Sorry for really Brent Blacking the stream there and really taking it all for myself.
No, man, it's good.
No, it's fun.
Don't worry.
Why does the stream say Shat Money Records?
You should.
Oh, it's a dollar sign. It's a dollar sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Hat Money Records, not Shat Money.
Although, it's,
like,
you
also
know,
that.
what's the distinction? Oh, jeez.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm gonna order a pizza, and like maybe drink some tea for my throat.
Yeah.
Extremely
Everyone ordering pizza tonight, be sure to tip your pizza guys.
Yeah, listen, for real, 20%.
Yeah.
Or a fine Monte Cristi hat.
People work hard for that money, and I just want them to get paid.
So
You know?
hard for that money.
Rice Topher says, at least we got Happy Elbow out of this. Listen, buddy, I don't want to hear about your Happy Elbow.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, if you've just discovered Stream Friends, welcome.
I'm sorry.
Hi. Yeah. This is how we do.
Yup.
Next week we're going to be skewering a fine caviar dispensary.
It's been a rough week. Here's the thing. It's been a rough week, and it was nice to have a thing to just demolish.
Just unload on.
Robo Witch says, "This was my first stream. Welcome."
Oh, no.
They're not all like this. Like, no matter how you feel about this, they're not all gonna be like this.
I think from here, though, RoboWitch should go right to that Hearthstone stream. I think that's the good follow-up to this. I think this is in that genre. Right. That genre of
a
stream.
very special Hearthstone stream, which you can find at streamfriends.tv.
And if you're at streamfriends.tv, you can follow this stuff live. I'm sure the chat was crazy, like just all over the place during this. And you can find them at twitch.tv/streamfriends. Join the conversation. Not twitch.tv streamfriends join the conversation. Just twitch.tv/streamfriends. Please come and join the conversation.
Did you just drop all the site URLs? Did you just do all that?
I think we did all that.
Okay, I was manicuring this picture. There's a lot of important things going on right now.
You did good. You did so good.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's do our personal sign-offs. I'm Andrew. You can find me on Twitter at Andrew Lee Swan. I was joined tonight by Austin Walker.
Hi. You can find me at Austin_Walker on Twitter, the Calcutech here on Twitch, clockworkworlds.com. We have a very special thing going up over the next day or two, hopefully. Once Keith finishes editing it, I'm going to put it up on YouTube, so look for that.
Oh, boy. I was also joined by Nick, my adversary and rock rolling there at the end. Is Nick still here?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Nick. You can find me at Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube /Dr. Evilbones.
Whoop. I was also joined by Jack DeKeat.
Hi, you can find me on Twitter at NotQuiteReal and at my game studio's website, thetalltreesgames.co.uk.
And last but not least, Stream Friends economics consultant and expert, Art Tebble.
You can find me on Twitter at @Tebble. You can read my movie reviews every week on comicmix.com. And if you're in Los Angeles, you can find me tomorrow going around Beverly Hills, seeing what the most expensive socks they'll let me try on are.
Can you live stream it?
Can you
Please do.
Call
Just
Mog?
like for my phone?
Yeah, call Mog and probably... I think
DVAC's out there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You three get together and go on a mission tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to be all three of us, we might need a little more time to prepare.
Uh-huh.
You guys got to go in like looking good, right? You have to look like you're fancy.
Well, there's two ways to do it, right? You either have to look like you're fancy, or you have to look like you're, an
You have
actor,
enough money to not care.
or
Right.
like a producer,
right.
or like a Simpsons writer. And Simpsons writers look
Right.
like anything.
Mm-hmm.
#stock mission. Yeah, just put that on your Twitter. #stock mission. We'll put all the info on there.
DVAC says, I don't have anything better to do. I'm a grad student. Yeah.
Yeah.
Womp womp. Oh,
Wow.
boy. Well, that was a whole thing. Night, everybody.
Good night, Internet.
Bye, bye.